Am I recording? Let me see. Hold on. Yes, recording. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay. Can you see this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because it takes the video away. So anyway, kind of just diving in. One of the things I love most about coaching is the compound effect of what one simple decision can do for hundreds of people. You know, I mean, just the sky is the limit, really, with being able to help others. And you know, when I first started, I had that similar goal. You know, if I could just help one person change their life, like I was just, my family is very unhealthy. I really wanted to be an inspiration for my family, for my extended family as well, and just be a support system for other people. And same thing with, you know, if I had a couple friends that, you know, that would want to make some changes too, that I could just be that support system and show other women that, like, I can do this. I'm a mom. I'm busy. You know, life is chaos. And if I can make a little bit of time for myself every day to change my own life, there's no reason why other people can't do it too. And if you haven't read or ordered The Compound Effect yet by Darren Hardy.
I think I added it to my Amazon wish list when I watched the last video. That sounds familiar.
It's a quick read. It's like, what is it? It's 170 pages. And it's just a really great, like, it says on the cover, jumpstart your income, your life, your success. And it is a really great jumpstart. And it just really explains so simply so many things that, like, we don't really think about, just how one little decision can have such a big impact on someone else's life. And up here in the corner is a friend of mine, Jamie, who I think it was January of 2017 is when she joined me. And she, in a year, lost, in, you know, January to August, she lost like over 50 pounds and just completely transformed and changed her life. And just the other day, she sent me a picture of her initial, like one of her initial pictures. And that was the picture that she said, like, for her, she's like, that was the one that did it for me. Like, that was the one that was like, time to make a change. And sent me a picture of her side by side. And just the other day, and she was like in a 2-piece at the pool. And she was like, girl, like, still a year later, and I still have the same results. Like, I'm still like blown away that, like, I've made it this far, and I've kept the promise to myself, and that I've stayed consistent, and that I've been able to keep the weight off and all of that. So it's such an inspiration to see what that compound effect can do for others. And I think about that when, you know, when I write my posts, when I invite to challenge groups, when I talk to people, that, like, you know what, you'll never know what one little decision to say, you know, say yes can do for your life and inspire other people. And I think being a coach, we have such an awesome ability to impact the lives of others through that one simple decision. And so it's so compound effect, just, you know, the belief in yourself and the belief that, like, you have the ability to do so much more. And then as a coach, you know, you do have the ability to kind of choose how you want your business to go to. You can, you know, just collect the discount, which is great for a lot of people. And I try to be very thorough with someone when I'm enrolling them, and share that with them, that, you know what, actually, like, if you're concerned with cost, great, let's sign you up as a coach, because then you're going to save $30 off your Shakeology every month. You know, you're getting that discount on anything else you order too. That includes, you know, workout programs, apparel, gear, all of that stuff. And then Hobby, of course, you know, loves everything about Beachbody with workouts, and, you know, Shakeology wants to, you know, get your Shakeology paid for, add a little extra income, stuff like that. And then there's a full-time coach, which I am a full-time coach, but I don't work the hours of a full-time coach. I work very much part-time for a full-time income, which I love that we have kind of that freedom as a coach, that it's not something that you have to put hours and hours and hours of time in, you know, to build a successful business. My business hours are hit or miss during the day. Sometimes they're before the kids get up. A lot of times it's after the kids go to bed. And that's kind of how I've built my business, is in little pockets of time over time. Last weekend I took like 4 hours on a Sunday just to work and get caught up for the week. But then it takes away from my time with my family during the week. So if I can put in an extra, Sunday of work so I can have more time during the week, like that's, it's pretty great that we get to make our own schedule. So so you get to choose kind of what you want to do, and you can be one or two or all of these things, throughout your coaching career. There's no set, like you have to do all of that. So, excuse me. So as far as launching your business goes, Instagram is huge right now. And it's, oh my gosh, I need to turn sorry about that. Like everybody needs something right now, of course. And Instagram I've been having a lot of success through Instagram with conversations with, and especially about coaching too, because there are a lot of fitness influence people on Instagram already, and that may not be coaching just yet. So there's a lot of room for growth there, especially within the company, and that, we've now launched in the UK, and, there's talk about, where we're going to go next. So we are very slowly becoming a worldwide company, which is pretty amazing. So there's so much potential to, build relationships and meet new people and do all of that outside of just your Facebook friends list. So for me, when I started, I had a very small, like a couple hundred friends on Instagram, like 400 friends on Facebook. Didn't have a business page, didn't have a website, didn't know the first thing about social media and or like how to do any kind of network marketing. And I was very concerned with like wanting to not be like a sleazy salesperson. And so I was a little bit hesitant, but a little cautious, but I knew that I could grow my social media following, and then in turn it would help grow my business. So I've talked to top coaches, and there's people that you can pay that can help grow your social media following. But a lot of my growth has been organic growth, sending out friend requests every day, connecting with new people through different hashtags and stuff on Instagram. Sending out, Instagram follows and commenting on people's pictures, and building relationships through there, and, adding friends on Facebook through different groups and stuff that I'm in, and just kind of making it a point to do that on a regular basis. So that way your social media, your audience continues to grow. So that way you have, you don't feel like you're always talking to your grandma or your aunt, or, like you're the same people over and over. So most of my business comes from, I would say probably 75% of my clients are people that I've never met before every month. And then like the other 25% are like, high school friends or extended family or something like that. So, and referrals, probably 75%, that referrals go into that 75% too. And that's a big part of this business, too, is just, building a relationship with someone and helping them get results. And then they don't want to coach. Okay. They want to send all their friends to you though. So that's kind of a nice little perk too. But just launching your business, just taking that first leap, and just, some of the best business launch posts that I see are either like a transformation or just a very simple like selfie, or, something very, very simple that, that just kind of tells why you're doing this in the first place. Like, what was it that, how has this impacted your life, and why are you now paying it forward? How does it make you feel? And how do you want to extend that feeling to other people? So, I think, there's no real, like, I kind of just talked about how I did it like the wrong way. But there's no wrong way to be a genuine, person that is sharing something that you love. So, again, starting conversations daily, regularly, creating curiosity, getting people to ask like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Like, you look amazing. Like, I love your energy. What's, tell me more. And again, like public, we just recommend keeping your profile public, especially on Instagram, because then it's, you go to follow somebody on Instagram who doesn't have their profile public and you can't see any of their stuff. So of course, it just allows you to grow your audience a little bit more too. And then one of the first things that we shoot for as a goal is Success Club. And I will be completely transparent here and say that, like, if you have a goal to hit Success Club every month, you will see your business grow. If you make that a non-negotiable, if you make that a priority and say, you know what, like, I will help 3 people every month and I will hit Success Club and I will get my Shakeology paid for, it will happen. Some months are harder than others, of course. But when I made that a non-negotiable, when I made that a priority and I said, I'm like, no excuses, I'm going to do this every month. That's when I saw my income grow. And I had to put in the work and I had to challenge myself a little bit and I had to push. And, there were months that I was working until, the very last hour of the last day of the month to make it happen. And I did, but making that, it's like doing your job. Like, if you're going to be a coach, and you want to work and build this business, this is a benchmark that I would say should be a priority every month. Now, I don't want people to think that, to focus on the numbers and say, like, okay, well, I have to hit Success Club 6. Like, of course you want to help 3 people every month. Of course, helping 20 people would be fabulous every month. But knowing that, like, kind of that minimum benchmark is there, is kind of just a way to push yourself a little bit, challenge yourself a little bit, and then know that, helping 3 people each month is going to get everything paid for too. When you hit Success Club every month, Beachbody does little prizes. Your income, it's true. I know there's they had some kind of an income something somewhere. I'll have to look for it, but it shows that coaches that hit Success Club regularly double their income, as opposed to coaches that don't. The Success Club trip is every year. And if you qualify for Success Club and earn certain amounts of Success Club points as a coach, then you get invited to the Success Club trip this next year. It's a Caribbean cruise on, like, the Harmony of the Seas. I don't know if you saw it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's going to be amazing. So they do, and it's always all inclusive, minus the cost of your airfare and stuff. But it's a huge ship, and I think it departs out of Florida and then goes to, like, the Bahamas and then Labadee and then, like, Haiti or something like that. So it's a 5-day trip. So definitely something to work towards. And I don't know, as a brand new coach, if you would qualify, but I know, say you are like, I'm going to just work as hard as I can and I'm going to hit Success Club every month and I'm going to earn Success Starters and get my trip to Summit next year and all of these things, then there's a good chance that they may send you an email and you can opt in on the wait list. So that's something to kind of think about. And then you get free leads every month. If you hit Success Club 5, then Beachbody sends you free customers. These are people that have signed up, online, Beachbody on demand. Maybe they've ordered something from Amazon and they've been assigned a random coach. So that's kind of cool. And I know that, like, I think I'm going to say Caitlin just had.
She got all 3 months, her first 3 months.
And she had, like, a random lead that ended up signing up as a coach and now wants to work the business. So
I think that was me. It was days before the cutoff.
Yeah.
Because she was on vacation, and then when she said, she kept saying, when I get back from vacation, I'm going to sign you up. And I was like, okay. And I finally did it. And she got it right in the nick of time, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, but having leads come through is just a really great little side perk for hitting Success Club, because these are extra customers, like, they're free customers that Beachbody gives us, and I email my customer list every month and check in with my people, and sometimes they order nothing, and sometimes they're like, hey, tell me more about this new program, or hey, tell me, how can I get in your challenge group and stuff. So, and then at Success Club 10, if people were to just go on the Beachbody website and order a bag of Shakeology, then we get Shakeology Success Club leads. So then we earn the volume from them ordering Shakeology. We never earn commission from our initial leads, but anything in the future that they order, then we can earn commission from that too.
That makes sense.
And then Success Starters is, you hit Success Club your first full 3 months in the business. It does not have to be, say you just signed up as a coach yesterday, you don't have to do it in the month of July. You have your first full 3 months. So
okay. I thought I was screwed big time. Okay.
You're good. So you have August, September, October. And then when you hit at least Success Club 5, then for those first 3 months, then you get a free ticket to Summit in July next year. And Summit is amazing. If you can get there, by all means, go for it. You can do it. And it's just an awesome chance to connect with other coaches and, meet your team in real life and stuff too. And we always have a blast. We had a blast this past year.
It looks really fun. I was watching a bunch of like opening ceremony things last year or a couple months ago or a month ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It looked really fun.
And then you get, as a Success Starter, you get not a one-on-one, like a link to a live call with Jeff Hill, who is like the vice president of global sales for Beachbody. And he talks about the business and, kind of setting some benchmarks and goals and is just a really great opportunity to get on the call with him and like hear some awesome like Success Starter type business tips early on. So that's another little perk of Success Starters. And then of course, our goal as your upline coaches is to help you get to those first couple ranks, help you build your business, help you get started right, and help you get to that first initial rank as Emerald Coach. And that's when you've signed up 2 coaches underneath you. Now, do they have to be active working coaches? Nope. My first 2 coaches were my husband and my mom. And that's okay. My mom was like, I want to drink that shake thing that you're drinking. Sign me up. And of course, like my husband was using the protein, so it just made sense to sign him up and then earn the volume from him and then get his stuff at a discount too. And then I was at Emerald. So then when you have your 2 coaches, you've unlocked the weekly team cycle bonus, like compensation plan. So we'll go into that a little bit more in detail, or if maybe you've watched a video on it, but
it was like $14, something.
Yeah. $14. As an Emerald coach, you earn $14 per cycle. And that's when, coach on one side, on your strong leg, you have 200 volume, 100 on the other. And then that gets you 1 cycle. So it doesn't seem like very much, $14 per cycle. But as your business grows, it adds up, and it adds up quick. As an Emerald coach, you max out at $250 per week on team cycle bonus earning. As a Ruby coach, I think it goes up to $2,000. And as a Diamond coach, I think it's, or a Ruby is $1,000, and then Diamond is maybe it's $2,000 or $3,000.
Wow.
But that's a good goal to shoot for. Like, I want to max out my income every week.
Wow.
So I personally have done it as an Emerald, and where that's like a great thing to say, yay, I've maxed out my income. It's also like, I actually could be earning more because I've maxed out. So that's why we have these ranks that we push for. But as an Emerald coach, and then your volume carries over. So any unused volume carries over, and that just continues to carry over for a lifetime. So again, you as an Emerald, you get your leads, you get Success Club leads. The only thing is you have to have, your active on-demand account to get those leads, which if everybody's using on-demand anyway, that you should be there.
Yeah.
So did you have a question?
No.
Just taking a drink. They do want you to have your profile, your Beachbody, Team Beachbody profile kind of up to date. And then every week, our paydays on Thursday. So everything needs to be in by 11:59 p.m. Eastern that night before, to make sure that your rank is active. So sometimes, you call just to make sure that your active status, if you don't see, and I've seen this before, like maybe your Shakeology didn't go through or maybe you had delayed it or something, but just to call and make sure that you're active. But you should see that in your back office that you are, especially if you're on Shakeology every month, then you're fine. You don't have to worry about that. So that's just, finding 2 people. If you're enrolling people as, with the challenge pack, with their Shakeology or performance line, they're on demand. You're getting the 2 Success Club points for that. And I always just have that conversation with them or encourage them to enroll as a coach, so they can get that continued discount too.
Yeah.
And then that helps you get to that next rank. And then just staying accountable. Daily habits, we call them daily vitals, vital behaviors, and just making it a goal to set aside time for your business every day. And remembering what, sometimes we have to write that down, like on our vision board or, on our desktop or a little sticky note. Why did I sign up to be a coach in the first place? What am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? Obviously, we're doing this for ourselves. But what are some other goals that you may have as a coach that are going to drive you to sit down and work on your business every day? And I think sometimes with the chaos of mom life and everything else going on, it's hard to have the reason why I do this every day at the forefront of my mind. So I get sidetracked with kids and life and family, and sometimes my business just gets pushed off to the side. And sometimes it takes a conscious effort to sit down and refocus and reconnect with my why, that drives me to sit down and work on my business, and build and grow a business. And, and that's okay. If some days it's harder than others, that's normal. That's part of being an entrepreneur, especially with not really having a boss to hold you accountable. But, it's knowing that the daily actions that you put in are going to make an impact, not only on your life, but on other people's lives too.
Yeah.
And,
do you have a printable of this?
I do. And actually I talked about the activity tracker on the call yesterday, and I uploaded it, and I didn't get a chance to upload the call yesterday, and I got back on my computer today and it said upload aborted, and I'm like, no. So I'm like trying to re-upload it on YouTube. But we have Beachbody gives us a business activity tracker that we use, and so this one's great, and then I'll upload this other one too, and it may be in the file section already, but
I should look there too. Okay.
But this is just great because it just gives you like daily tasks that you can literally just check off as you go every day. And sometimes for me, when I get very sidetracked, very distracted, my kids are home with me during the summer, and I'm being pulled away from my desk to come back and go, oh my gosh, like what am I doing? Okay, I have this in front of me. I know that I just need to do this today. If I can check these boxes off, then what was I trying to say? If I'm checking off these boxes daily, more often than not, I'm going to hit my goals, and then some for the month. So, I will upload that. And then, and that's kind of it for our new coach kickoff call. We usually do a brand new coach training on the first Monday of every month. So I am I'm out of town this next week, but I am working on getting an album put together of a bunch of training stuff that I'm going to put in our team page. And I personally, and maybe this is something that you want to do, not only just you, but anybody that's watching the recording too. I usually do a big recruiting push before I do our new coach training. So that way, people I've talked to previously about coaching, people that may have interest in coaching, that way I can get them in and get them started right and get them started in a new coach training with everybody else too. So next week, not starting tomorrow, but the following week, we usually do kind of a prep week for our new coach training, and then we start it kind of full force. Very, very similar to what I have on our team website. So if you're going through that stuff, you kind of already know, and I'm sure that Caitlin's kind of walked you through quite a bit of stuff as well on kind of getting started. So if you have any questions in the meantime, I'm going to stop recording